poverty and depression are brought together. In the same way as a rich person who has a big depressive disease can become poor, can lose all his belongings. You do not have the idea of how depression can paralyze people. And in any case, wherever you put you create circumstances which can help the vicious circle to become virtuous, there is where you can help these people to come out from poverty. So to come out from very, very, very low level of possible survival. I mean, about 10 years ago, I was just talking about the economy of the group. In terms of the resources that the group is able to develop in the individuals, it is where the group becomes the most economical in the sense of the ability to develop resources at its best. And this was the study I was running, especially in the frame of clinical psychology, comparing individual treatments and group treatments, and it came up this phenomenon that I have called the economy of the group, as I told you. And one of my colleagues told me, "You speak about the economy of the group. Do you know that in Bangladesh there is a madman who is lending money on trust to people all together, put together in a group?" So I from there started my idea to follow this research and understanding the psychological development that people have through these tools, which are the groups, which are trust, which are all the relational setting that has been created around the microcredit story. And when Yunus came here, I met him the first time, I met him in Bologna. I asked him, why you use the group, why the group? And he told me, yes, because if you are afraid to do something new, so then you ask a friend to come with you. And you ask your friend to go together with you. And if you are bold, and if both of you are afraid, you ask a third one. And so when you have a good enough group, then you have the courage to go there. And I thought it was a fantastic metaphor, because this is what I think happens to those women that start this very, very important experience and adventure, I would say even. I think that this is a crucial point. The ability of the person who is in charge of the group. And he should be the person who is able to develop from the group and from each individual in the group the conditions for each of them to come out, to transform these vicious into virtuous circle. And another point is how institutions are held. If the institutions are held in a way that reflects in some way what the officers should develop with their borrowers. In some way, it is a matter of atmosphere, of institutional structure that should be in some way in continuity with what we are expecting from the borrowers. If we want to help these people, the borrowers, to develop their own knowledge and their own possibilities, I think that also for the officers there should be an attitude to help them in doing always better and better their work. When we speak about women in Bangladesh, I think that the self-representation of these people is one of the lowest in the world because of the cultural aspect of their story. The way they are grown up put them into a position where they do not give any trust to themselves. So this idea, the point is how to change this mental representation of themselves, which induces the vicious circle, into a mental representation of themselves, which transforms this vicious circle into a virtuous one. So, how? Through the encouragement, through, in some way, transmitting them some hope that they will be able to do that. If we focus on the idea that the group is the tool, is the instrument, then we have to give value to the group, to empower the group. Empower the group means to give back to the group the power to manage the whole situation. The conductor should also have, the conductor or the, as we said, the practitioner, should be the one who helps in helping the members of the group to find win-win solutions. In the research of the solution that helps each other to win, because each need the other, and they have to find a way to create this atmosphere based on dynamism that I mentioned before as well, reciprocity, altruism, resonance, mirroring, and similar aspects. When you are yawing, for example, do you know we said is contagious yawing. Huh? When one starts, the others then follow. Huh? If you yawing, yes. This is a demonstration in some way, a very banal demonstration, of this kind of mirror effect of those neurons, which in some way help correspond to the need of individuals to stay close to the others, to recognize something which is mine in you and the opposite. And this is something that is crucial for the development of individuals and for the development of relations between people. So, if you can help the work of the group in the direction of enhancing all these aspects of the individuals, of those of the relations between them, this is what could be done to help to overcome situations of difficulty. So while you are in this situation of the group, while you see your friend Anna who is able to do something, this can enhance the mirroring process. So if Anna is able, I might be able as well. I may not, but she may help me. If she helps me a little bit, I may be, and so in a reciprocal, creating a reciprocal system of mutual help, of reciprocal respect, of understanding of the difficulties. So if Anna shows me that she's in difficulty, I can feel a little bit relieved because I also am into a difficult situation. So all this process of mirroring, of resonance, of mutual respect and support, and so all what has to do with the horizontal aspect of a group relational system is something that gives back to these individuals the courage to make this kind of transformation. I would say that the first economical subject in the family is the mother, the woman, how they organizes the resources of the family in the family home, and using and in organizing these resources, she also goes through a way of managing relations inside the family. This is totally connected: relations and resources and economy, oikos nomos. So, one of the need function of the family is to provide the possibility to develop its members from both generations, the elder and the younger, from their childhood towards adult life. So, now, having this in mind, you can understand how microcredit in its economical function can be the instrument able to turn implicit positions that are economical for some and not for others. For example, in Bangladesh, economy of the family means that only male have some privilege, what women do not have. Microcredit is something that changes the rules of the family home through the fact that women become empowered. So they change all the relation system in the family. Because the money in this situation is not an end in itself. It is an instrument to overcome all these difficulties. And in the same way, as soon as you are able to go through a representation of the money as an instrument, not as an objective, then you can see how it can be used and it can be able to transform the mind and the self-esteem and the, I would say, mental self-representation. I also need the concreteness of the money and of what I'm able to do to receive back the sense of what I have done. I had 2 doctorants who went to Bangladesh to look at several changes in the family structure, in the role of the women inside the village. So in some way we are focusing on the group of the family, which is the primary group in our theory, and the role of these women inside the secondary groups, which is the group of the friends, the group, the social groups more. And we have had a very interesting outcome in the sense that both inside the family, means in relation between mother and children, mother and husband, and so on and so on. And inside the community, the women and those women, everything, there is a great amount of change in relation to having or not having microcredit experience. I asked to the women in Bangladesh, in particular, what do you think about this aspect of the group experience? Of course, it's my interest, my main interest, so I started this way. And they told me that they had understood how it could have been possible to open up to other people who are not their family, something that normally belongs to the family circle, which is in fact the money, because in probably all cultures are based on the fact, in all cultures, family is, the money is referred to family relations, in fact. And so they were so enthusiastic on the idea they could have been able to develop trust towards other people which were not belonging to their same family.